What's up, everybody? We switched things up a little bit for the character. I've come to realize I probably can't ever switch back to a face. It seems impossible. No one understands how these character things work, and apparently how you wrestle doesn't make a difference. So we'll probably be a heel forever, but pretend we're a face. We're a cool guy heel. Got a new hairdo, grew the beard out, got a little buffer. You know, we get a little older. I also switched some other stuff like the entrance, so we're gonna watch it real quick, and then we're going to recap Money in the Bank. Hoping no copyright claim, because I don't remember whose music I used. But this shit's out of control now. Get ready for it. Craziest, goofy thing ever. Oh yeah.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Ever see somebody skank the Ultimate Warrior theme song?
Oh, I can't wait to see this one. Clearly, this SmackDown crowd can't wait for this one to get started.
This is a pretty good song for this. Alright, that worked out pretty well. I approve of this. They're calling me, they understand, they're calling me.
I think what we could see here is a classic chess match.
Alright, so here we go.
I mean,
last night was Money in the Bank. My wrestling buddy was actually... So we'll get serious for a second. I talk about him all the time on these episodes. My one buddy Kyle, pretty much one of my best friends. Like, I don't have regular friends, I just have like 3 or 4 best friends. I'm one of those types of people. But Kyle is my wrestling buddy. I always talk about him during wrestling things. He's 36 and has a pacemaker. And instead of getting to watch Money in the Bank together, he actually had to go to the hospital to have his pacemaker replaced, or get prepped to have his pacemaker replaced. He spent all of Money in the Bank Sunday in the hospital. He got to come home today, Monday. And instead of having his surgery today, got pushed back to Friday. I'm not really sure why. He's not really sure why, but he probably wasn't paying attention when I told him. But it's really creepy because all day yesterday, I kept saying all nice things. I'm sure pacemaker surgery is probably not the best. So, a little freaked out. Weird watching wrestling by myself. Didn't really enjoy it as much as I should have. All day today I was a little worked up. I told him to hit on the nurses to feel better. He laughed. I'm sure he will. But hopefully, I'm hoping for the best. I don't think anything bad can really happen if they're just replacing something. I don't know. I haven't really seen him to talk to him about it yet. I actually saw him the night before, Saturday night, and he seemed fine. So I don't know what the fuck happened in the 24 hours. That damn PBR he made me drink. Fucker. But anyway, so, Money in the Bank. Pre-show starts with Fandango and Breeze against Goldust and R-Truth. There was a video on WWE.com, or one of those things that they do, where they locked Fandango, R-Truth and Goldust, locked, fuck you, Randy Orton, locked the two pretty boys in a tanning booth. So they quote-unquote got burns all over their body, and they actually did pretty awesome burn makeup, where like their burned skin was peeling off while they were fighting. They still not really be able to wrestle because of being, just completely fucking covered with burns. So they did a very good job with all that stuff. Fuck you, Randy Orton. So that was cool. It was the first time I really paid attention during the pre-show. And they have Mauro Santino, or I don't know his name. They have some Mauro guy on commentary. I guess he does SmackDown as well. I never really watched SmackDown. He's pretty fucking good. He makes a lot of jokes. He keeps up with the wrestling. He doesn't just pitch stuff the whole time, which I guess may not be up to him. I don't know how it works for him. I forget what I did for my special move now. Oh, I know what I want to do.
WrestleMania debut.
Yes, sir.
Even Orton himself, with all of his arrogance and
This way?
cold-blooded demeanor, will admit it was
Watch
special
this shit.
for him to be in New York City for his WrestleMania debut.
That's what I take as my finisher now. Busted, I'm open even. But Morrow is pretty good on the commentary. He seems like he cares. He keeps up with everything.
Oh man!
I think doesn't Byron do commentary with him? Right? Someone, my wrestling ombudsman, whoever does commentary with Morrow, they both do very good. But it was pretty neat to listen to all good. R-Truth and Goldust got their first win as a tag team, as an official tag team. And Morrow hit the line. Hopefully what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. They continue their winning streak. It was their first win. It was really fucking cool. Along with that, I'm glad they finally won. Like I said during our pre-show, I like that they're both still around. I like that they're popular. It is very cool they have these chances. I'm glad they can take advantage of it now. Also was the Luchas versus the Dudleys. Oddly enough, the Luchas won, which I think I also predicted, which makes me 2 for 2, at least for the beginning.
I don't think even the referee was ready for that.
The Dudleys didn't need the win, so they didn't win. I was very impressed by that. Did I counter him? Yeah, I did. One of the more offensive things I saw during that match, though, was
out of nowhere.
I don't want to know what that feels
in spite of it being on the network, and it's pre-show, so it's not like it's on pay-per-view, they still had commercials during the tag team match. I understand during TV, they want to do commercials maybe and do them during matches when no one gives a shit. I understand that. But once a pay-per-view on your own goddamn channel, I see no reason why you would want to or have to cut off your own match. It goes to show what I've said before. No one really cares about the Lucha Dragons as a team necessarily, or about the Dudleys. But it was a match.
He's looking at it again. That's how you move up the ladder here in WWE.
It only takes a couple of those to bring his night to an end.
If he wasn't already in a match, I'd say he was trying to start a fight.
I totally agree with
so
you. He's pulling out all the stuff.
No!
Counter.
I don't really have much to say about that match, so I'm going to stop talking about it. But Lucha's won. I was impressed. Good for them. Dudleys keep putting people over, which is awesome, when they should do. They're like the crafty veterans now. They're doing good jobs. Next was the 4-man tag match. New Day, Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass, and the Club. New Day retains. The beginning of the match was kind of slow. The ending was awesome. Everyone was hitting specials and finishers and all that good stuff. One of the better parts of the commentary. He's gonna hit me with a freaking RKO out of nowhere.
Has become synonymous with SmackDown over the years,
isn't he? Something bad's about to happen here.
Randy Orton could have this match in the bag.
That was sick. At one point, the commentators said no one likes the Vaudevillains as they were all getting attacked in the middle of the ring. And I feel that way about in real life, too. And I'm pretty sure most people feel that way in real life.
It may be.
Fuck! Where no one really likes the Vaudevillains. I concur. They just bother me. I don't know why they bother me, but they just really bother me.
1 in a million is the only way to describe this.
So New Day won. Like I said, they keep the belts. I really thought they might have switched it up, but they decided not to. Next was a backstage segment with Kevin Owens. We got to talk trash. They were like, "Hey, so your first Money in the Bank? How you doing? How do you feel?" And he was like, "What do you mean my first Money in the Bank? Do you mean my first Money in the Bank ladder match? Because if that's the case, then I'm excited. But if you mean my first Money in the Bank pay-per-view, you seem to forget last year when I was already here and just destroyed John Cena, blah, blah, blah." So that was good. Alberto Del Rio came out, so he started talking more trash to Del Rio. He told him about how... I bought some of their special, too. I gotta use that in this match. He was like, "Oh, ADR is here. Voted most likely to speak Spanish." They started calling each other... He started calling him a Pero, like he always does. So Owens was like, "I don't see any dogs here. Why do you keep calling me Pero? I know that means dog. Why do you keep calling me a dog?" So he was talking a lot of shit. It was pretty good. Dolph Ziggler and Baron Corbin had their match. No one gave a shit about it. I barely gave a shit about it.
This match is being
Corbin won,
around the world in 18
but
languages and in over
hey, don't fight Dolph Ziggler too. Corbin won, but no one really cares. Everyone was chanting, "This is boring" during the match. If that at all helps rule out how everyone felt about this. So Corbin won. That's fine. Whatever. The girls' match, I always knew she did. But when most of the girls enter the ring, they do it in a, I'll call it, seductive way. And Charlotte enters the ring like a stripper. What the fuck is this? What the fuck was that? But her stripper maneuvers to get in the ring, it's a little too much for the kids, I think. She does she winks at the camera. She does sexy splits into flips. It's PG TV, man. You can't be showing the kids that. So ridiculous. I also decided that Dana Brooke and Becky Lynch need to have a match for my undying love, because Dana Brooke had, I'm gonna call them smoky eyes, and she looked very attractive to me. So her and Becky Lynch can fight about it. Aside from that, the girls put on a pretty good match. I did notice that all the male commentators, other than Michael Cole, say absolutely nothing, really, when the girls wrestle. Other than Cole, who tries to, call the match. But no one makes jokes, no one makes comments. They completely silent, which seems mean to me, to the girls. Obviously, they're busting their asses, too. And they deserve, real commentary and not just the bullshit that they were doing there. The match was pretty good. It ended when Dana Brooke threw Becky Lynch into Natalya. That, of course, in turn, made Natalya make crybaby faces and snapped out and turned on Becky Lynch. I then tweeted at Becky Lynch and Stone Cold and said, Steve Austin should teach you to not trust anybody, basically. I don't remember if I talked about it or not, but everyone said it was a turn that everyone saw coming. Because usually when two people act like they get along the best, and they fight two people that might be splitting up, it's usually the opposite. They give the old flipperoo screw job, and it happened. But Becky Lynch needs to not have any of these stupid tag team partners anymore. She should just be able to wrestle by herself. She doesn't need this bullshit. Every time she loses like this, I feel like it makes her look weak. Not necessarily as a wrestler, but she's rapidly becoming the crybaby and always getting turned on, blah, blah, blah. Not a good character trait for her.
Wow. Whoa. Misjudged that.
So that match was okay. I feel like that's my go-to,
man, oh man, did he take
closing. That match was okay.
You're right. That was wild indeed.
That match was okay. Apollo Crews fought Sheamus. The only really cool thing about that match to me was Crews did a belly-to-belly to Sheamus and threw him outside the ring. Crews' back was on the ropes, and he kind of threw Sheamus up and over both of them. Stop moving out of the way, asshole! So that was decent enough. The match itself was boring, but I don't expect much out of either of them, to be honest. I never liked Sheamus. Apollo Crews is just some random guy to me, so
and he brings
no real feelings about him.
Inside the ring. Yeah, I think this is good strategy.
Why can't pin him outside the ring, Michael Cole? I will hit this fucking moonsault, man. So Crews won. Sheamus got a there it is. Sheamus got a 2 count through a temper tantrum when Crews kicked out. Then Crews did the roll up from behind, 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. Sheamus freaks the fuck out. Crews gets a big win. Looks good for him. I think it doesn't really affect. Fuck you. I think it doesn't really affect Sheamus that much because he's like a buffer now. He's just there. Win, lose, whatever. He's still Sheamus. So that's no big thing. I don't know if not Crews. I don't know if Sheamus' new character arc is going to be I cry about everything. I hate the new era. I hope it's not because it gets old. I guess it's like passing the torch stuff a little bit maybe, but still. No one likes a whiner. Remember that. Next match was AJ versus Cena. The match, it's... Fuck you.
Quick thinking to avoid that.
You're getting tapped out, asshole. The zigzag.
That'll take the wind right out of you.
Before the match started...
The shoulders are down. And a kick
There we go.
out.
The crowd was hyped as fuck for this. They were screaming the entire time. The place was truly deafening. If you get to... I don't know if the WWE will show clips of the beginning. But if you can find a line of the beginning of this match, the crowd was seriously deafening. Like, completely fucking nuts. And they all kept hyping each other. They kept teasing... Not teasing, like taunting each other, mocking each other. Cena looked like he was going a little too fast for AJ. And not that AJ couldn't handle it, just that he didn't seem ready for it. There was a move or two where it seemed like AJ landed weird because like Cena overthrew him or went too fast, or I don't know. Maybe AJ did it on purpose, but it seemed like they were maybe going a little bit too fast. I realized during this match that John Cena does talk entirely too much. If you ever watch Botchamania, they talk about him a lot, but I could see him calling a lot of the match while I was watching it. Like telling AJ to stay down, don't get up yet, do this, do this. Talks entirely too much. The end of the match, the whole match was really good. They were both doing all sorts of crazy shit. Really exciting, honestly really exciting stuff. They couldn't tell who was going to win. They're both knocking out each other's finishers.
To the show. This is my guest tonight.
Eventually, Cena gets AJ up, accidentally knocks down the ref.
The guys in the locker...
Respect is...
We already did this one. So Cena and AJ run into the ref. Ref goes out. The club comes out, hits Cena with that weird with the weird finisher. I can't think of the name of it. So of course AJ wins then. So for the first time ever, AJ wins. Since I've been rooting for him, he pulled it out. Unfortunately, it was a bullshit win that I really feel like they ruined in this match. There's no reason that they should have hyped up the... This is 15 years coming together. This is 15 years in the making. Blah, 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 blah. And just have it be a dumb bullshit finish like that. That's really disappointing. It makes Cena not look weak to AJ. It makes AJ look like a bitch to Cena that he can't beat him. It hurts my feelings on the inside. So that was bullshit. I was actually unhappy about AJ winning, which I never thought I would be watching him on a pay-per-view. Next was the Money in the Bank match. It was a Ladder in the Bank match, or Money in the Bank match. All the ladder matches now are usually just tons of cool spots. This one was no different. A couple of the best spots was, at one point, Owens and Sami Zayn were outside. Owens trapped Sami against the ring with a ladder and set it up to be like steps running up into Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens runs real far away. Bull rushes the ladder like he's going to run up it and smack Sami in the face, but instead hits the brakes at the last second, walks up to him, just punches him in the mouth. That was really fucking funny. At one point, there was 3 guys in 3 corners, and the ladder was in the 4th, when Cesaro was in charge doing his running of the uppercuts. Right before he starts, he looks directly at the camera, does a smug smirk, and then does the uppercuts. I thought it was really awesome and cool that he was mugging for the camera. Dumb little shit like that makes me laugh. I like when they have personality. When any wrestler has personality, it's awesome. That's always my favorite.
Well, Michael, you brought up the pedigree earlier. It's
been I didn't count it. Fuck you.
The keys to a great finishing move is the ability to give it
to any opponent. At one point, there was a ladder unfolded, but on its side in the bottom, on the side in the ring. So like the long side up, and Sami Zayn did a Michinoku driver to Kevin Owens on the sideways ladder, and I'm pretty sure that actually hurt like a motherfucker.
There's no quit in these guys.
At one point, all 6 were on the ladder together, or ladders together, trying to smack each other off, which was predictable with what they've been building up with all of them standing together for the past couple. Oh shit, he counts.
Show off time. Don't waste time gloating here. A lot of momentum behind that flying forearm.
Yeah, it almost took his head off. That was good.
So 6 people on the ladder. They did some cool stuff with that. At the end, I think Alberto Del Rio actually got hurt because he took a fall off the top of the ladder and they did not show him the rest of the match. A bunch of people online said that they saw medical attending to him, so I think he was real life hurt. And of course, they teased Sami winning the match 3 or 4 times. Every time I got my hopes up like he was actually going to win, I had the AJ moments where I was like, he's going to fucking do it. He's actually going to fucking do it. Of course, they took it away. Dean Ambrose won, as most people would have predicted. It was pretty much his match to be set up the whole time. But everyone knew that.
This could be it. End of story. This one's over. He's not exactly
when he pulled the briefcase off, the crowd went absolutely apeshit for him. He's been getting hyped up for a year or two now. Everyone knows. Everyone just wants to see him do good and win. So everyone was super pumped up for this. That, of course, leads into the next most exciting match of the night: Rusev versus Titus O'Neil. This was at about 10:45 Eastern Standard Time, and everyone was saying that they put this match on then because that's when the NBA Finals was ending. And in the one thread on Reddit, there was like 10 seconds left in the finals while the match was going on. So I genuinely think they did the match like that on purpose, so people could watch the end of the finals if they wanted to, and then watch the end of the pay-per-view. So, of course, Titus' kids were there because he's Dad of the Year. I figured he was going to win because he was last year's Dad of the Year. It was Father's Day. Instead, Rusev destroys him in front of his own children, and then gets in their face and taunts. Rusev taunts the kids about their destroyed dad. His one son actually slapped Rusev in the chest, Ric Flair style, and it was kind of hard to notice, but I caught it immediately. It was all over Twitter afterwards, so it definitely happened. But I give their kids credit because
the bell hasn't even rung.
Even as a semi-adult as I am, even if a wrestler was fucking with me and they're like, yeah, you can slap him, it's okay. I don't know if I would ever slap him.
Oh, he enters every match with the
that seems terrifying as shit.
The world's largest. What a counter that was.
Oh! No specials for you, fuck.
He's showing amazing agility here.
Whoa! Yeah, this guy is amazing. That type of speed is so hard to contain.
I was looking at my notes, sorry. The other thing too that was pretty with Rusev taunting them, when he was destroying Titus, he was just screaming Happy Father's Day to the kids. So it's pretty fucked up and funny. I'm sure the kids are aware of how wrestling works. I hope they weren't actually destroyed by what happened. If they were, it's not as funny to me as it was, but still funny. I have no soul. So that was actually kind of pretty funny. Like legitimately pretty funny. But that takes us into, of course, the match, the last match. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns for the belt. Hold on. Fuck you, Big Show. There we go. So of course everyone boos the shit out of Roman Reigns when he comes out, like they do. Can't get my arms around this big motherfucker.
So hard to stop that kind of strength. Well, you were right about Big Show out in Hollywood, Cole. He's actually got some decent skills as an actor.
Look at this. You don't often see a superstar's own finishing move used against him like this.
Weapons of mass destruction. So there's a lot of boos for Roman. The match is pretty good, like I always say. I really couldn't tell who was going to win, and even at the end I couldn't tell who was going to win. But it was weird because you could see Rollins very hesitant to do some things that he might normally do. You can tell he was actually worried about blowing his knee back out again. And it seemed like towards the end of the match he had maybe a little more faith in himself that his leg was okay now. But it was weird to see him like hobble and limp and be afraid to like jump and do crazy shit off the top rope. I mean, it's normal. Obviously it's normal. It's just weird because most of the time the wrestlers don't really show fear. Like real life fear, not fake fear. Rowan had the fake doctors attending to him at some point because he went full force spear into the barricade, like trying to hit Seth Rollins, and the impact was incredible. Like sonic boom slamming into the barricade. So the refs came out, doctor came to check on him. Rollins started freaking out, threw him back in the ring. So he went from Reigns went from almost dead to healthy as always, where after getting thrown back in the ring, he was suddenly magically okay again to do spears and punches and all this bullshit. To end the match, Reigns went for a spear, and Rollins jumped up and caught him in a pedigree in midair and pedigreed him out of the spear, which was really, really cool, really cool looking. There's probably going to be GIFs of that or clips of that online too. You should definitely watch that as well because we'll take a counter here because it was really cool to see. It looked super fluid. He actually pretty much caught his arms in the air too, like full pedigree style, not just like, oh, we call it a pedigree for no reason. So Seth Rollins wins. He gets super stoked that he wins the belt, and of course, as most people again predicted, Ambrose cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase. His music starts. Rollins is staring at the ramp. Ambrose runs in from behind. Why would he do this? Oh, because I'm a heel, that's why. If you're a face, they usually jump you instead. So Ambrose's music hits. Rollins is staring at the ramp. Ambrose comes in from behind, hits him with the briefcase, hands it in, calls for his shot. He gets in the ring, gives Rollins dirty deeds, and motherfucking Dean Ambrose wins the championship.
Welcome my guest.
Do
you feel?
I think
every once in a while with wrestling and
it's
sports and dumb life shit, I get teary-eyed at silly things.
Top of our games,
I got a little teary-eyed because Ambrose seems so fucking happy, and motherfucker deserves it. He's been busting his ass for a long time. My beard looks like it's fucking spray painted on, or like magnets, like that magnet guy you put beards on. I can't think of his fucking name right now. I used to know.
Thanks for the time.
It's like some 1980s toy. But so Ambrose looks so fucking happy, kept sticking his tongue out, jumped on top of the commentator's table. Everyone's doing the, oh, that's the face of the company now. That's this. Fucking stupid ass JBL. But Ambrose is the champ. I don't know how long he's going to have it, but he definitely fucking earned it. It was a very cool ending. I'm sure he got the good love from Renee, hopefully. If not, she owes him one. But all in all, the pay-per-view was pretty good. The matches I thought that were going to suck, to me, did suck. All the other ones I thought were going to be cool were very cool. I am very disappointed about how AJ won his match. That's going to set up some bullshit for like SummerSlam probably. They did ruin this is their first meeting, but I guess that shit happens. But thank you for watching. The next time we watch this, it will be to recap the Raw, the one that will be right after Money in the Bank. But I'll see everyone later. Thanks.